ShredMentor Challenge of the Day number 193. Here's how it goes. Alright, so what we're really doing today is tapping, and then while holding the tapping note, we're quick moving to another position. So we're sort of taking advantage of tapping as a method of sort of canceling out a note in order to move to a higher position and continue going. All right, so I have some bends incorporated into this as well, because this is, I guess, really more of a phrasing type thing. It's just, I guess it's just kind of fun to do, but it can definitely help you to get out of this sort of box scale kind of mentality and start to get into different areas and start thinking about the way notes are being put together. In fact, every single note on this is in the second string, so it's not even about going across the strings in this case. It's really just going up and down one string, all right? So it starts to get you thinking in the other axis of your scales. Today we are basically using the E harmonic minor scale, yet again, and there is actually a riff going on to sort of bring out certain chords I'm trying to bring out in this. It's just E, and then I go down to B. So the riff is basically just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so I did use the 7th string for the riff, but it's just E, 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 D, C, B, 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 C, C, B. All right, that's the chord progression I'm following. What I'm basically doing, I'm doing a little bit more of sliding in from below, which I've done in a fairly recent challenge of the day as well. But I basically started at G on the 2nd string. And again, I'm following just the E minor scale until I decide to use the 7th and its harmonic minor. But it's basically just G and A with the 2-finger approach, and then I'm sliding into the B. Okay, so right away I'm already kind of digging in and starting to do some sliding in from below. So again, it's about phrasing and the way that you make your notes more interesting. All right, so I'm at G, A, slide up to B from below, tap G in the next octave, and then in the meantime go over to E, but actually bend to F sharp and release, and then I'm doing a different kind of repeat of that, where I kind of do a hold and then kind of slope down a little bit. So, all right, this is where it gets a little more complicated because I just did a half step. All right, so from E to D sharp, the raised 7 here, that's a half step. So it's sort of fresh in mind when I go for the next thing, which is going to be a tap at A. All right, but I'm going to actually do a whole step bend, and then while that's coming down, I slide up and bend up again into the G, and then release that and hit the F sharp, right? So there's a lot of kind of bending and going back and forth between both fingers. One really important thing to note here, though, is that even though I am tapping and bending, I'm not actually pulling the bend with the tapping hand. That's still completely a fretting hand function, okay? So don't bother trying to pull it to the side. Yes, my finger might move a little bit, but it's only because the string is moving, because this hand is actually moving it. All right, so do keep that in mind. Don't even bother trying to develop bending technique on this hand. You'll get a lot more control and just character out of it if you really develop your vibrato and bending on the fretting hand. All right, so all you're really doing is canceling out notes and buying yourself some time to move through positions by using the tapping hand. All right, so one more time. All right, you give it a try. I'll see you again tomorrow.